this girl used to, but she used to torture me. And one thing I want parents to understand is that if their child is going through bullying, just take a look at the bully before judge them like, oh, that kid is awful. Because 9 times out of 10, a bully is someone that's being bullied at home, or comes from a family where something dysfunctional is going on in the family. They're not getting enough attention. Mom might be a drug addict. Dad might be a drug addict. It's some type of dysfunction going on in the home. And I learned that because the girl that was bullying me back when I was a teen, her mom, her mom was a prostitute.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and her dad was strung out on drugs. And I found this out from another girl that knew her. And I would cry, and I was like, why is she like that? Why is she so mean? Why is she? Because she would see me and I'm dressed nice and I'm dressed clean. But I never knew her lifestyle. I never knew that, at some point her mom was a prostitute, and 9 times out of 10 she was being pimped out. Because her lifestyle was really fast. She was a really fast girl. She dressed provocative. She talked provocative. She was only coming to school probably to keep her mom out of jail, basically. And I learned then that bullies come from some source of dysfunction, come from some source of no attention, no affection. It's something they're spilling on to someone else, some hurt, some emotional hurt, some emotional, abuse, some addiction, depression. Yeah, it's something that they're going through. So
hurting people hurt people.
Yeah, of course. So if your child is dealing with a bully, analyze the whole situation. Your child is, your child is being bullied, and I'm not saying defend the bully,
but you're saying
for letting them do anything.
The whole situation. Get the big picture.
Right, and that way I feel like you can get more help and more support if you know exactly what type of environment that bully is coming from. Because another example, my niece, she was bullied. And she goes to a different school right now because of it. And it was crazy. Social media. A little boy liked her, and the girl that was bullying her was with the little boy.
It was his girlfriend.
It was his girlfriend, and every like he was liking, every post, every pic, and the girlfriend caught on to it. And the ironic thing about it is, her parents and me and my brother and sister, we all went to high school together. So we knew what type of environment, what type of setup this was already going to be. Because the mom was like a friend to the girl. So it was,
She was.
So it got as far as my niece would go to school and couldn't even go to school because they was waiting on her. Over a pic.
When you say that, you mean the girl?
The girl, and now it's her and friends. So she got a gang of friends that the mean girl crew. And my niece is very pretty, very, very attractive, very pretty young lady. And one pic. It started with one pic, but it ended up being many. That first click he liked. That's what triggered it. That's what made her a target. So, like I said, if someone is it's intimidation. To me, bullying is intimidation.
It is, and that's in the definition of bullying. Exclusion, purposely leaving someone out or threatening to break up, using the friendship as a weapon, silent treatment, signaling, our friendship might be over, or you're not worth talking to. Body language, eye rolling, noises, mean looks and staring that signals I hate you.
Wow.
Verbal put downs, like using sarcasm to be mean, teasing, calling someone a mean name, making repeated abusive phone calls, and using phrases after criticized, such as, oh, you can't take a joke. You know, when they try to do stuff and they be like, oh, you can't take a joke. They try to downplay what they're doing. Hurtful and damaging text, posts on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even if they end with LOL or just joking. Gossiping rumors, spreading stories, information behind someone's back, including ones about someone being promiscuous, or can end up damaging the person's reputation or destroying other relationships.
And what's so crazy is I met a guy that was doing that to me. He said he was my friend, and it's crazy that this is not only for teens.
Right, it's for everybody. These kids nowadays, I believe the bullying that we're seeing among our kids is the stuff that we're seeing on television.
Yes,
it's the
so
stuff that we're
mimicking.
They're mimicking these grown-ups who don't have these grown-ups who lack coping skills.
Mm-hmm.
And, kids are seeing it, and they're not seeing these grown-ups getting penalized for it.
Right.
Because these people are getting these contracts.
Yeah.
And they're being shown on TV week after week, and they're getting all these expensive clothes and these endorsements.
They're being rewarded.
They're being rewarded
wow.
for it. But in real life, if you come across the table at somebody, your butt is going to jail.
Yeah.
Because that person 9 times out of 10 is going to press charges.
And ain't no camera there.
And ain't no camera, then you're not going to get a negotiated deal after it.
Right. Right. Oh, my God. I didn't even think of it like that. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. Very good point. Yeah, they are, and that's why I think it's so rapid now.
Yeah,
and I think
it's getting.
And what's sad is that these adults that are doing it are not even taking into consideration that somebody that mind and maturity level is not where yours is.
Right.
They're not at that level, but their little minds are taking it in so much. And they're not even thinking about the consequences.
They don't care because it doesn't, the consequences don't affect them. Because they don't get consequences.
Right.
They get those fat paychecks. And, our kids are seeing this stuff. The other half of that is parents who are not watching, what their kids, monitoring what their kids are watching. You're saying the young lady who was bullying your niece, her mom was more of a friend.
Yeah, she thought it was cool.
A parent.
Yeah, she thought it was cool. She didn't think it was. If she could have fought with him, she would. That's just how involved she was. She did not step outside the box and take the adult role.
Because she probably didn't know how.
No, and that's the thing. I grew up with her. I knew her personally, and her mom treated her like a friend.
Right.
So she didn't have any ground rules for setting some type of discipline.
Right.
She didn't know how to do those things, and it ended up, my niece had to end up going to another school because it was not stopping. It went on for like 6 months, almost to a year, and it ended up in. It got really crazy. It ended up with my niece, my other niece, her sister, ended up fighting the daughter at a football game. That's how bad it got.
Okay.
And she wasn't there.
Other families.
Yeah, oh yeah. By this time, everybody's in on it. Because, see, that's how bullies,
right.
And her mom was a bully.
And that was the thing I was going to say. That's where it has... If it starts at home, then that kid that's being raised by that parent who's condoning that behavior or either teaching that behavior by example,
right?
That kid is just doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
And any kid that comes, that child is going to be toxic to any other child that they come in contact with that triggers whatever their little insecurity is. Because that's like you were saying, you have to look at the bully's background to understand why they're doing what they're doing. So it's triggering, you know, my shining. I have to dull my shine because it makes Sally over here feel bad about herself because she doesn't have what I have.
Right.
You know, and it's not even. I can remember when I was in high school, I had a friend who claimed to be my friend, and she didn't bully me in the sense that, you know, she threatened me, but she tried to manipulate me a lot because she had a jealousy toward me. Well, I never saw it, but my grandmother told me about it, and my now best friend, he told me about it when we were sitting back one day just talking about high school. And he was like, oh, you remember such and such? That girl was so jealous of you, blah, 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 blah. But I can remember how she used to try to manipulate me if we were going somewhere, because I had a car the second semester of my senior year, and we were driving somewhere, and she didn't want to go there. Oh, well, I'm going to tell your mama this, and this. Or, I'm going to tell you, I mean, she always was kind of, it was always something trying to manipulate me to do what she wanted to do.
It became a drama situation.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's bullying.
Yeah, and then like, okay,
and that's why she can take on different forms.
And then she would go to school and talk about me behind my back to other people, because it would get back to me.
Oh, wow. But she was your
friend. She's my best friend. And when I finally snapped, then it was like, I didn't, and I'm not the person that snaps. I snap on pen and paper.
Okay.
I put a pen in my hand. I'm gonna write you a letter.
You're not a verbal, like to lash out type person. And I think,
I'm gonna write it down because writing was my outlet. It was my escape. So I sat and I remember I wrote her the longest letter. And she called me in tears, talking about how could I say this, that, I was like a sister to her. And I'm like, really? Sister, how? Well, I don't treat, I'm somebody's sister, and I sure don't get treated like that by the person whose sister I am. You know, so, it like you said, it takes on several different forms. It doesn't necessarily have to just be somebody picking on you in school or taking your, the typical bully, waiting to take your lunch money, you know, or beating you up at school. Some of them will
befriend you to bully you, to take full control, to manipulate you, and that's the way they're bullying. But then you also gotta think too, like the bullies that do it like that, they're watching some type of abuse, because that starts borderlining abuse.
That's narcissism and other things.
And like that's why I said you gotta really take a look at who's doing the bullying, because as I can relate back to myself with this guy, we were good friends. I thought. And it was all the little definitions that he would say something very inappropriate, very, you know, very almost like kind of trying to, you know, take, you know, one up, try to, you know, little nip at me, you know, try to say little stuff. Oh, you so serious. Oh, you can't take a joke. Oh, you know, he would talk about my car, my house, just everything would kind of like try to diminish my character and diminish what I had and what I worked for. But then on the other side, he didn't really have that much. So I'm like, well, that's the purpose of the bullying, you know, and it happens.
And a lot of it, again, is insecurity.
Yes, because I finally, he would always come visit me, but I was able to see where he lived. And when I seen where he lived, it was like, wow.
Jealousy. Jealousy rears its head in many different ways.
And that lets you know what maturity level people are on. Because anybody that's proud of you, like I consider us friends.
We are.
And if I'm your friend, I'm going to be supportive and I'm going to be happy for you.
Right.
And I'm not going to underhandedly, oh, who she thinks she is. Oh,
Right.
oh, you know, such and such, you know that. You know,
Right.
that
little backbite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not nice. And I feel like as adults, if we're perpetuating that type of behavior, and if we're showing that to our children, guess what? What you think they're gonna go and do? If this is a full-on character that you carry, your children are going to carry that out one way or another in school, to a friend, to a teacher. They're gonna mimic that behavior.
I pray that this segment has been enlightening for you, and I thank you for your time. And Ms. B is signing off for the Teen Parents on the Terri Radio Show.